Welcome into the Husson Eagles Sports Network. I am Jake Willett. I'm joined alongside Gabe Shaw. A little midweek action between the North Atlantic Conference Husson University Eagles and the NASCAC Conference Bowdoin College Polar Bears. Here on a Tuesday night, chilly. Low 40s.
Yeah, this weather's been very strange in Maine, going up and down.
Avery Lawrence gets the ball. Luke Combs being played out on the loudspeakers. Big week for the Eagles coming up. Another NASCAC opponent tomorrow in the Colby College Mules down in Waterville. And then a home 4-game set with the UMaine Farmington UMaine Farmington Beavers. I just came from UMaine, so that's why. We're still getting going here. Avery Lawrence. Bowdoin, these two teams did meet earlier in this season, and it did not go so well for the Eagles. They lost 15-2 in that one. And the man stepping up to the plate in this inning, he's going to hit third for the Polar Bears. Will Bordas went 2 for 4 with a triple. Yates Emerson went 2 for 3 with a stolen base and a strikeout. So Will Logue is going to step in to face Avery Lawrence. Lawrence first pitch is in for fastball 4, strike 1.
Little breakdown on Lawrence this season is he's making his 7th start in 8 appearances, 21 innings pitched, 37 hits allowed, 6 walks, and 15 strikeouts in his 7 appearances. 0-4 with an 8.57 ERA, and his batting average against is 407 with a whip of 2.05. So not the greatest numbers, but chance to rebound here.
Good breaking ball from Lawrence, evening up the count. Well, not evening up the count. It's 1-2 now. Logue hitting .386 on the year in game number 21 on the season for him. And that one was dropped behind the plate there by Kelly. So we moved to 2-2. Logue from Santa Rosa, California.
Long flight.
2-2. That one's ripped out to left. Logier giving back, and he's going to make the play in the gap for out number 1.
Yeah, Logue absolutely tagged that ball to left. Just a nice read by Lozier out and left.
So that'll bring in Liam Foley.
Very good contact on that.
Sun in the eyes of Henry Lozier there out and left. First pitch breaking ball in for a strike. Foley went 0 for 2 with 3 walks and a hit by a pitch in the earlier meeting this year. Ground ball to third. Libby tosses on to Rundell, and he scoops it for out number 2.
Good start defensively here for the Eagles. 2 routine plays. I mean, you love to see that, especially if you're Lawrence.
Lawrence getting the ball here in a midweek contest. Most likely see him again in the Farmington series. Bordas' first pitch did not swing.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Jake, Bordas went 4 for 7 last week against Husson. The triple and 5 RBIs.
That one's low for ball 2. Bordas hitting .272 on the year. That one's chopped at the plate foul. So we moved to 2-1.
That strike out and walk a lot with 14 Ks and 11 walks. Also has 25 hits, though.
2-1 from Lawrence goes behind Bordas. Definitely wasn't intentional.
Don't let things get out of hand here. after getting 2 nice outs.
3-1 from Lawrence. Good pitch, good result. Count moves full here with 2 outs to the second baseman. Three, two outs here in the top of the first. Lawrence kicks and fires. That one's low and away. 4-4. That'll bring in the left fielder Tommy O'Donnell. Hitting .303, the freshman from Boston, Massachusetts.
Went 2 for 3 in their first meeting.
Lawrence fires in a strike on the first pitch to O'Donnell. Bordas only 2 steals on the year. Stands at first. That one's low for ball 1. 1-1 to count now to O'Donnell.
You know, it's always hard to play these out-of-conference teams because you don't know what to expect. You don't have much film on them.
That one's lined into right field. A base hit. Bordas rounds second. He's going to hold there on a good throw from Matt Holmes. So runners on first and second. Now with 2 outs, a little 2-out rally here for the Polar Bears.
You know, especially with those teams, you don't play them as much. You don't know their tendencies. You don't. It's hard to really gauge a firm way of beating them if you don't really play them a lot.
Eagles and the Polar Bears do have the luxury of seeing each other earlier this month. Went well for the Polar Bears. First pitch, breaking ball in for a strike. Lawrence going pretty heavy breaking ball to start here tonight. Will Cook in the box, in the left-handed batter's box. The 0-1. Grounder up the line, foul.
So again, a situation here where Lawrence can get out of it. Just has to throw the right pitch.
Oh, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. The pitch from Lawrence. In there for strike 3. So Avery Lawrence gives up 2 base runners, but gets out of the frame. And the Eagles will head to the box here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Eagles up to bat here. It'll be Marshall Libby Rendell for the Eagles and Zach Sugar. Here on a chilly Tuesday night. McCurley Coronado's first pitch is outside. We'll see a lot of different arms being thrown here this evening.
Now, McCurley Coronado making his third start. Only 2 innings pitched, but one hit allowed and 2 strikeouts and a walk. Has not allowed a run. Very, very tough pitcher to face as a batter.
1-1. Good slider off the plate. Count moves to 2-1.
His role kind of switching this year. Not pitching as much as he's a senior in his career. He does have 22 appearances.
Marshall ground the ball up the middle to short. Cook throws on to first for out number 1. We did see Coronado last year in the matchup here in Bangor. Did throw pretty well.
His batting average against is 143 in his career, which is very, very good.
He's kind of got that lower 3/4 arm slot. Good sweep, good run to the slider there. Throws that out majority of the time. Here's another one in for a strike. So these breaking ball heavy guys, always really tough to hit against because everything's moving away from you. This is a very right-handed heavy lineup. Another one. That one's hit out to center. And there to make the play is Siegel. For out number 2, that'll bring in Cameron Dell.
Looking for his 30th hit this year.
Rendell also tied for second in the conference in the North Atlantic Conference with 6 homers. In a 3-way tie with A.J. Rychek and Matt Holmes, who is on deck.
Rendell did hit a home run in the Linden series last weekend.
Fouled that one off his ankle or his foot.
A little bit of pain here after fouling it off himself. Always hurts.
Especially when you don't have the protective. It even hurts with the protective guard on.
I mean, yeah, you think about how fast that ball's coming
Right.
at you, how hard you're swinging at it. Yeah, I played a little bit, but I don't think I've ever experienced that. I'm grateful.
And the 0-1 from Coronado. Runs inside. So 1-1 the count to the first baseman. Rendell, we've seen his role kind of switch this year after last year being a primary designated hitter. Rendell, the other way, goes foul.
And he's a great hitter in general. Career .314.
Coronado taking a long time. He is one that's glad that the pitch clock is not fully into effect. It's umpire discretion at this level. Another backdoor breaking ball outside.
Now imagine. I know we talked about this last time, but imagine D3 had those big league rules and stuff.
Pitch clock, ABS. They
Check-
kind of
check
have
half swing, you know.
They kind of have the mound visit rule. That one lined into the left center gap. That's going to get down for a base hit. So Rendell gets on with a 2-out single, and that'll bring in Matt Holmes.
Yeah, Matt Holmes 5 for 10 in 2 games against Linden. 2 home runs, 1 double, 8 RBIs. Just a machine. Hitting .421 this year.
That number leads the conference. Reigning North Atlantic Conference Player of the Week. Very big shift. That's another one of those rules, that the shift. You see Will Cook out there right behind the second base bag.
And good hitters hit it where they want to. So if Holmes can get it here in between third base, I know he doesn't do it much, but
2-0. If he hangs that breaking ball, that
yeah, he's going to have number 7.
that will be a mistake. You see the third baseman moving all the way into shortstop now.
It's hard to make a mistake from Matt Holmes and not pay for it.
Big cut on and miss there. 3 straight breaking balls from McCurley Coronado. Connor Moriarty playing shortstop. He's listed as third baseman, but he's playing shortstop here. The 2-1. That one's in for a strike. So count evens up at 2-2.
Holmes' OPS is 1.343. That is
absurd.
That's just insane.
Long pause. 2-2. Fouled off the plate.
He has got a piece of it. 22 strikeouts on the season for Holmes. Does swing it a lot.
Strikeout numbers have been significantly down from years past for Matt Holmes.
Oh, yeah. Last year he had 58 in 40 games. 22 in 24 games is not nearly as on pace.
Good breaking ball again. That one goes outside. So 3-2, Rendell will be on the move. First baseman not holding him on over there at first. Liam Foley. 3-2. Fouled off.
Wow. Again, just gets a piece of it. That was a really good pitch. Another breaking ball. Like you said, Jake, very breaking ball heavy.
It was the same thing last year. He was very breaking ball heavy last year when he pitched against the Eagles. Another 3-2. That one's hitting down the line. Foul.
Just pulled it. Yeah, if he gets a hold of one, that's going all the way to the wall. Probably thinking about a triple.
Sneaky speed for Matt Holmes.
Yeah, only 2 stolen bases. Well, I mean, you wouldn't think so based off of how fast he is.
It's very sneaky speed from the right fielder here.
Does have a triple.
3-2. Fouled off. Cameron Dell's going to have some words for Matt Holmes when they get back into the dugout.
What a good at-bat, though.
Great at bat.
I mean, we're not expecting McCurley Coronado to go really that far. We know it's an out-of-conference game. We know midweek, too. They're going to try to limit the arms, or, excuse me.
That one's down the line, fair. Rendell hustling around. He's going to get the wave home from Connor Abood. Matt Holmes turns and heads to third. The throw comes in. Not in time. It's going to sneak by. Matt Holmes running to the plate. And he's going to score. Sneaky speed on display.
Exactly where he pulled it on the last foul ball. And exactly what we were saying, Jake. If it gets down to that line, to that wall, he's going to go for third. He does, and it's just a bad throw, bad relay to third, and he comes home on the run. And you can see how gassed he was running from third to home. But what a hit by Holmes, always coming through in the clutch. 2-0 Eagles early.
Big swing from Matt Holmes. I think he got that same middle inside breaking ball 4 straight pitches.
Yeah, you just can't. You don't make a mistake to him and not pay for it.
In steps Liam Kelly.
The ump looked like he wanted to call that, and then he just pulled it back.
Pulled it back. And you guessed it, another slider off the plate. It's a really good pitch. The 1-0 to Kelly.
Looked like the same pitch.
I went a little more over the top.
I mean, we've seen the same thing with Lawrence, though. Both Lawrence and Coronado have both been, like, very breaking ball heavy to start this game. Not sure if maybe the cold weather has something to do with how it comes in.
Big cut on and miss there from Kelly.
You know it's going to be hard for the ball to fly in this cold weather.
Yeah, especially Matt Holmes really got a good piece of it, too.
Oh, yeah.
And it just really died.
Yeah, I wonder how hard he hit that because he smoked it, and it just, like you said, it just died right there.
2-2 from Coronado. That one's hit a mile into the air. Siegel comes underneath and makes the play. But the Eagles get 2 on the Matt Holmes RBI triple. And the Eagles lead 2-0. We head to the second here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, Jay Collette, Gabe Shaw here with you on a Tuesday night here in Bangor, Maine. First pitch from Avery Lawrence to Connor Moriarty is in for a strike. So Avery Lawrence has some run support after the RBI triple and then the air. Good stop back there by Kelly.
Moriarty went 1 for 2 in the first meeting with the Eagles. Did score a run, 2 walks. Was caught stealing twice, though. Does have 8 stolen bases on the season. Very speedy, but Husson did a good job to neutralize him the first game.
Caught stealing twice by Liam Kelly. So the man behind the dish is the one that got him twice.
And I'm sure that was intentional. He starts again here.
So we got a 2-1 count here. Helicopter flying over Winkin Complex here. The 2-1. That one's hitting the air to right. Holmes underneath. And makes the play out and right for out number 1. That's going to bring in Ruben Siegel.
Siegel hitting 194. 13 walks. 10 strikeouts. Does have a home run. 16 stolen bases. Don't let him get on base.
He is a chaos causer on the base paths. Lawrence fires in a strike. A little extra cheese on that one. And the 0-1 from Lawrence. In for a strike. So Avery Lawrence getting ahead of the count, 0-2. Good changeup on the outside. It's a good waste pitch. 1-2.
Hey, Lawrence is feeling it now.
It's got all 3 pitches working right now. The fastball, the big curveball, and the changeup. That one just misses low.
Oh, I was hoping that would find it. Would have been a great at-bat here for him.
2-2, Avery Lawrence to Ruben Siegel. Pitch in the dirt.
Good job by Siegel to get back in this count here. In the hole, 0-2. Working it with 3 balls. 2 of them were really close calls, so a good eye. Does have 13 walks.
3-2, 1 out here. The pitch from Lawrence. And he lost him.
All right, well, I'll expect to see him at third base by the time the second pitch is thrown.
In steps Henry Bibbo. Bibbo out in right field today. Seeing a lot of 2, going back to Siegel on the base paths. Lots of 2, like, back-to-back steal. There he goes. Throw from Kelly. That's a beaut. And he got him! Liam Kelly with a dart down to second. And number 17 will have to wait.
Third caught stealing. And I really do think Coach Sugar did put Kelly in this game because he caught him twice last game. Obviously, Kelly's a really good catcher, but again,
foul tipped into the mitt.
And it's not like Kelly has this absurd number of caught stealings. It's just Siegel, he did get a good jump.
Got a real good jump.
I wouldn't say you got a bad jump. It's just a perfect throw.
That breaking ball missed. Two 2-1 from Lawrence. Ground ball, past Lawrence. To his right, Marshall throw it on to first, and he gets him in time. So Kelly guns down Siegel on the base pass, and it turns into a 1-2-3 frame for Avery Lawrence. We head to the second. Curtis, Lozier, Piper due up for the Eagles. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, Jake Collette and Gabe Shaw here with you on a busy day in New England sports. Hunter Curtis bunting on the first pitch. Saavedra's going to field and fire just in time.
Curtis exactly doesn't have, I mean, he does have 6 stolen bases, but doesn't have the greatest wheels there on it. Just a little bit too soft of a bunt. Almost perfect, though.
I think that's also one of those. Saavedra's in for his first at-bat of the day on the mound, trying to get him off the mound, fielding his position.
Yeah, Saavedra making his 5th appearance. Does have 6 innings pitched. 12 hits, 11 earned runs, 2 strikeouts.
Logier takes a strike. Very long arm action for Saavedra. Tall dude, too. 6'4", out of Tiburon, California.
A lot of guys out of California, huh?
Yeah. Big cut and a miss there. No international flair on this team, which I always love to see. I would love to see some international flair on these teams. The 0-2. Outside.
Well, we see that a lot with like soccer and some of the other sports.
Yeah. We got a couple Canadians on this Eagles team. But yeah, soccer's really the one that you get all the international flair at this level, at least.
If we had hockey, I'm sure we'd have a lot of Canadians.
We'd get some. The 1-2. Foul ball at the plate. So count stays 1-2. Wes Piper on deck, who had a massive series against the Linden Hornets, hitting 2 homers in an 18-4 Game 1 victory. One, 2 from Saavedra. It's going to run just a bit inside. It's a good pitch there from Saavedra. Two. Just inside. 3-2.
Really good take there. Maybe the last 2 pitches.
Big cut on and miss in the dirt. Throw down will complete the strikeout.
First, you didn't know where the ball was. That was a really good pitch.
It's going to bring in Wes Piper. It's been getting some starts here more recently, late in the season. It's played good defensive center field.
3 hits and 19 at-bats.
Piper fouls that one back to the screen.
He did go 3 for. He got his first hit of his career against Linden this past weekend. Went 3 for 8 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. So what a weekend for him.
Pitch to Piper. Low, 1-1.
I didn't see the extent of the home runs. Did they leave the yard or were they inside the park?
I didn't see them either. I was broadcasting softball that day. I believe both of them left. I think Linden's kind of a pretty good hitter's park. 1-1. Cut on and miss.
I mean, what a way to show to the Eagles that you can play, huh? Your first career hit is a long shot. Yeah, great weekend for him.
Bowdoin has a lefty up in the bullpen. Like we imagine, they're going to kind of run out a bunch of different arms here tonight, being a midweek out of conference. 2-2 to West Piper. Saavedra winds and fires. High 3-2.
What I've noticed with Saavedra and McCurley Coronado, they do take their time to pitch it.
The big righty, the 3-2. Fouled off. And it stays put.
Just got a nick of the ball to stay alive. Very good at-bat here by Piper.
Connor Gavin out in the bullpen for the Polar Bears. Lefty from Waltham. Piper fouling off another pitch here.
Waltham, right near Boston, right outside of it.
Hometown of Kyle Schwarber. Kyle from Waltham. Three-two, the big righty sets.
I didn't know that.
It's not. He's from Ohio. No, ball 4.
No. I was really surprised there.
No, he's from like Cincy. It's just when he was with the Red Sox, the Section 10 crew was like, oh yeah, he's Kyle from Waltham.
Well, Waltham and Cincinnati are probably similar, so.
Probably. Piper gets on with a walk. That'll bring in the number 9 hitter, Yates Emerson. Currently sits 5th in the North Atlantic Conference in average.
Has slowed down a little bit from his pace he was on. Still hitting 364, though.
Before the weekend, I think he was hitting above 430.
Yeah, it's definitely cooled down. The Linden series, he went 2 for 9.
The pitch. A little slow dribble to third. It's going to be a tough play. Moriarty on the run. Good scoop over there by Foley. And the Polar Bears get out of a 2-out walk. We head to the third. Eagles lead 2-0. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Jake Willett, Gabe Shaw here with you. It'll be 9-1-2. Finn Cahill, Will Logue, and Liam Foley due up against the righty Avery Lawrence, who's still back out on the bump. His first pitch, outside for ball 1.
Lawrence has looked really good today. 2 efficient innings.
That one runs low and in. 2-0.
Cahill hitting 172. 6 RBI, 17 walks, 14 strikeouts.
Cahill fouls that one off. It's a 2-1 the count.
First matchup against Husson. Went 1 for 2 with a walk. Was hit by the pitch twice.
That breaking ball just misses. Yeah, there was a lot of hit by pitches in that earlier matchup.
I feel like if you're hit by a pitch, you're like, usually the guys who are hit by pitches a lot.
That one hit the umpire.
He got drilled. Speaking of hit by pitch.
Smoked. 3-2.
Yeah, but I feel like when you're looking at a player who's hit by a pitch, then it's like he'll get hit by a pitch like 3 times in a game or a week. Like,
Yeah.
those guys are ball magnets. It's very strange.
So 3-2, Avery Lawrence kicks and fires. Ground ball back to Lawrence. He stabs it. Underhand toss to Rendell. And you know what we call those? PFPs, baby.
Very, very nice play there.
That's going to bring in Will Logue for his second at bat. Lined out to Logier out and left when the sun was out. Sun is not out anymore.
That's how time works. I wish the sun was still out. Very warm today. For a cold day, the sun was making it a lot warmer.
It wasn't as windy. The wind really is what drives it. It wasn't as windy today, so it felt nice. Logue. And Emerson's not going to make a play on that one. Dove saved that one from going into the outfield. But a one-out single will bring in Liam Foley.
A nice stop there by Emerson. But I wouldn't have, regardless if it went to the outfield or not, would have been a single. Nice effort, though.
Throw over to first. This Bowdoin team stole 6 bases against the Eagles last month. Or earlier this month, I should say.
Would have been more if it wasn't for those caught stealing.
Yeah. That one's outside, 1-0. Ground ball back to Lawrence. He makes a stab. He's going to throw to second for 1 on the first. And not in time.
I'm not a numb, but that looked like an out. Maybe he got his foot there just in time, but quick thinking by Lawrence. He kind of hesitated at first.
I think that's really what ended up getting him there.
You have to be very quick with those if you're going to double play. It didn't look like he wanted to do it at first, but he thought of it at the last second.
That one outside to Will Bordis. One's in for a strike, so 1-1. Runner on first here with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Pitch, fly ball, and not a play. And 1-2 in the dirt. Two and 2. Two out. Pitch fouled off the plate.
Some pesky at-bats here for for the third outs, really. I mean, for both sides, it feels like that third out has been the hardest out of the inning. These pesky, pesky at-bats.
2-2, 2 out. Ground ball to third. Libby is going to throw on to second and get him just in time for out number 3. Bowdoin strands 1. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Still Eagles lead 2-0 here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And we're back to the top of the Eagle order with Colin Marshall. He takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. That one in for a strike. A 1-1 in the dirt. Alex Saavedra back out for his second inning of work. Ground ball into the hole. Cook on the backhand makes a very strong toss over to first for out number 1. It's going to bring in Preston Libby. Libby flew out to center in his first at bat back in the first.
This is the 16th game for Libby started.
That one's in for a strike.
Went 4 for 10 in the Libby series. Linden series.
Libby went 4 for 10 in the Libby series. That's what they're calling it now. The Vermont State Libby Hornets.
I'm sure he'd be honored.
1-1 in the count after a pitch runs off the plate. feel like I could go to an IMAX movie before Saavedra throws a pitch here. That one's in for a strike.
I've heard there aren't many IMAX around here in Maine.
Nope. It still proves my point. Could probably get down to Portland and get to it. I think that's the closest one. The 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. Stabbed there by Bordas, and he throws on to first. 4 out, number 2. It's going to bring in Cameron Dell. Singled and scored back in the first. As we get a pitching change here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. We'll be back in a flash. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Connor Gavin in for the lefty-lefty matchup. Cameron Dell thought about taking a bunt down the third baseline there.
Gavin, also from Waltham, Mass. 9 appearances, 9 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 10 walks, 6 strikeouts, 4 ERA.
Rendell fouls that one off of the football press box.
You know, I was thinking about this at the Red Sox game this past weekend. How many baseballs do you think are actually used in a single game?
Hundreds.
What about season? Thousands.
Hundreds of thousands. You think probably 300 baseballs a game.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, I think more than that.
You multiply that by 162, which is a lot. Another foul ball, 2-2. Cameron Dell takes a pitch low, 3-2. Three, two outs. Allen runs inside. So Cameron Dowell takes first base. He's been on base twice here this evening.
Last time Rendell was on first and Matt Holmes came up, he hit a triple to the wall.
They played the same shift, too. Henry Bibbo is basically playing on the warning track out there. First pitch to Holmes, in for a strike. That one's outside, 1-1. Rendell on first. Holmes at the plate. Big cut on and miss, 1-2.
Holmes is usually in counts like these. He knows how to get out of them, though.
1-2. In there for strike three. Holmes didn't like it. But Gavin gets Holmes to strike out looking to end the inning. Eagles lead 2-0. We head to the fourth here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Check swing went around. Tommy O'Donnell singled in the first. Owen's in for a strike. 0-2. To O'Donnell. Swung on and missed. Avery Lawrence picks up his second strikeout of the game for the first out of the fourth.
He is dealing today. Don't want to jinx him, knock on wood. But he has looked really good today, Jake.
I'll bring in Will Cook. Was the other strikeout victim of Avery Lawrence. That one's outside. First pitch is in. Second pitch of the at-bat in for a strike, 1-1. And the 1-1 to Cook. Low, 2-1.
Cook does have a good eye. Did walk 3 times in the last game against Husson.
3-1. Down low for ball 4. That's going to bring in Connor Moriarty. And one's outside, no one 1-0.
Moriarty caught stealing twice in the first game against Husson.
So Moriarty ahead in the count, 2-0. In for a strike.
Now, Lawrence has kind of struggled to find the strike zone here in the 4th.
It's kind of always been the inning for Avery Lawrence. Two one. Low. Three and 1 to Moriarty. There is an arm thrown in the Eagle bullpen. That one. Low and away. Ball 4. So back-to-back walks here with 1 out, and that's going to bring in Ruben Siegel.
Yeah, I got 2 very speedy guys on the bases.
We're going to have a mound visit here. Bullpen still being active down on the Eagles' end. So Siegel will have 2 guys on here in the top of the 4th inning with the Polar Bears down 2-0.
Just a little mound visit, kind of slow Lawrence down a little bit. Calm him down. He's had a really good game up to this point. Don't make any mistakes here.
That one misses. So 1-0, Avery Lawrence trying to get out of a jam. That one's low, 2-0. Henry Bibbo on deck. That one's flown out to center. Piper's going to have a chance. Makes the play. Runners stay put. So now there are 2 outs for Henry Bibbo.
And there's a big second out, especially with how Lawrence has been kind of doing this inning. Kind of put some stress off of his shoulders.
Lawrence, first pitch. Big cut on and miss. So Lawrence gets ahead in the count. Bibbo fouls that one off. So 0-2 now with 2 outs here. Lawrence looking to get out of a jam. Lawrence sets at the belt. The 0-2. Fouled off again. Oh two, Lawrence setting at the belt. The 0-2. Flown out deep to center. Piper giving chase back towards the track, and he's going to make the play for out number 3. Avery Lawrence gets out of a 2 base runner jam. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Eagles lead 2-0 here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Jake Willett, Gabe Shaw here with you at the Winkin Complex. Connor Gavin back out for his 2nd inning of work. And he throws the first pitch strike to Liam Kelly. That one outside. So Liam Kelly down the count 1-2. That one's outside. That one's outside. 2 and full count now.
Try to get some. I know it's only the 4th inning, but insurance is important against a team like Bowdoin who can explode at any point.
That one swung on and missed. So Kelly goes down swinging. And that'll bring in Hunter Curtis. That one's in for a strike to Hunter Curtis. Was out on a bunt back to the pitcher in the second. The 0-1. Inside 1-1. Outside 2-1.
Eagles have definitely been drawing the counts high for all the pitchers they've faced.
Gavin sets at the belt. The 2-1 is high 3-1.
Curtis not really hitting to his standards this season.
3-1, high and away, ball 4.
Will gladly take his 16th walk.
It's going to bring up Henry Lozier. Lozier struck out swinging on a pitch in the dirt back in the second. He's going to take that one low for ball 1.
Curtis does have 6 stolen bases, so watch out for him. Very unlikely, though, with the lefty on the mound.
Goes outside, so it's 2-0 to Henry Lozier. Lozier squares and pulls back, so it's 3-0 with Wes Piper on deck.
Great count here. If I'm him, I just take the pitch. I don't even think about swinging.
And shows bunt again, and he takes ball 4. So runners now on first and second after the back-to-back walks for Wes Piper. As there is an arm throwing out in the Bowdoin bullpen. Eagles bullpen stirring a little bit. Long set. First pitch. Showing bunt. Pulls it back. So 1-0 the count to Wes Piper. Walked in the second and was stranded. Pitch is low. So 2-0 to Wes Piper.
Not a lot of strikes thrown here. Maybe they think pitching change soon. Do have some arms warming up down there. You do not want to let this get out of hand.
That one's in for a strike. Two and one, the count to Wes Piper. Foul back. Two and two to Wes Piper. Hunter Curtis and Henry Logier on the bases after 2 walks. So 2 and 2 the count with 1 out here. That one's high and away. 3 and 2. Yates Emerson stands on deck.
I think he's looking for one of those on the border pitches here.
Slow move to second. Three, two, 1 out. Wes Piper in the box. The pitch. High and away, ball 4.
Very good at-bat there by Piper. Now load the bases for one of the better hitters on this team. And yeah, it looks like Bowdoin will look to make a change here.
So Bowdoin will head to the bullpen. We will step aside and get you the name when we come back. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, Sam Almy will have the opportunity to try and get the Polar Bears out of a jam. He inherits 3 base runners here in this appearance. First pitch fouled back by Yates Emerson. Almy had 2 strikeouts in an inning of work. In the meeting beforehand. That one's low and away, 1-1. Braden Hurley in the bullpen for Bowdoin.
Yeah, Emerson can crack this one wide open here.
That one skips all the way to the backstop and a tough bounce. The plate, not in time. Hunter Curtis beats the catcher with a head-first slide, and the Eagles take a 3-0 lead on the wild pitch.
Gutsy running on that. The ball had a good bounce off the backstop. It came right back to the catcher.
So 2-1 the count to Yates Emerson. He swings and fouls that one off towards the right side and out of play. Pitch high with a breaking ball. So now it's 3-2. Runners on second and third. And that one's outside.
Very tempting pitch. You saw him kind of check swing that, but bases loaded again.
Back to the top of the order for Colin Marshall.
Went 2 for 8 against Linden this past weekend. Had a walk, 2 walks, and a double.
Almy's first pitch is outside for ball 1. The 1-0 skips by, and Logier thought about it.
He just hesitated. That's one of those things where you have to make the decision right there. If you're going to go, go.
Mm-hmm.
He hesitated and he couldn't go.
2-0. We're going to have a meeting at the mound. And Bowdoin goes back to the bullpen. We will step aside and get you the name on the other side. First pitch of the collegiate career of Braden Hurley is in for a strike. So 2-1 the count.
What an appearance here.
What a spot to make your big league, your collegiate debut. That one's high, 3-1.
So much pressure, though. It's not a great spot here. Very, very.
Arguably the worst spot.
I mean, yeah, you just really trusting him, I guess. What a pitch there for strike 2.
Theoretically, he's 1-2 in this count.
Just always tough to come in a position like that, and I've never really seen that before. But
Marshall lines one into right field for a base hit. 1 run's going to score, and they're going to hold up Piper at third. So an RBI single for Colin Marshall. That'll step in Preston Libby. Libby steps in with the bases loaded, 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch is in for a strike from Hurley. Hurley kicks and fires. Big cut on and miss from Libby. So he's 0-2 in the count. 0-2, 1 out. Bases loaded. Eagles lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. So we'll stay 0-2. And that one fouled off deep off the right side. So it's still 0-2. Go 2. Outside 1-2.
very, very, very good take there. I feel like it's one of those pitches, though, that you don't really take.
That one fouled up off the third base line. Stays 1-2. One and two is in there for strike 3.
Yeah, just like the ball 1 call. It's one of those pitches where you can't really take that, especially in a count where the pitcher's up like that. Maybe if it's a 3-2 count, okay, maybe I see it, but not like this. Too close to call right there, and I know pitchers on Bowdoin have been struggling, but in a situation like this, I think you really want to try to swing that bat.
First pitch to Rendell is in for a strike. No, I totally agree with you. I think Libby was thinking that the zone kind of is going to shrink because they haven't been throwing strikes, but pitch was there. Rendell, in off the end of the bat, is going to dunk into center field for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Here comes the throw from Siegel, and it's cut off in the middle of the field by Foley. So a 2-run single for Cam Rendell, and the Eagles jump out to a 6-0 lead.
What rip. It was just a line drive to Siegel in center. That was a shot. He slapped that ball.
So now runners are on first and third. And it'll close the book on Gavin. Holmes takes the first pitch strike. 9th man to hit here in the 4th.
Still the 4th inning?
That is correct. 1 strike to Matt Holmes. A pitch. Swung on, fouled up the line, and foul.
Holmes does want to join in here. And he does have an RBI.
So 0-2 the count. Oh, 2 outs. Pitch is high, and Cameron Dell takes second base, uncontested.
Will that be defensive indifference?
No. So I think defensive indifference is 8.
When they don't try?
I think it's 8 runs.
Oh.
I think if they don't try when they're down 8.
Okay.
I think that's the rule. I'm going to credit him a stolen base in my book. My book's not the official book.
Well, they did try to go cover. It looked like they were going to maybe fake it, so.
It was the fake throw. That counts. 2-2. Low and in. So 3-2 the count to Matt Holmes with 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and the Eagles have already scored 4 runs here in the 4th. Holmes swings, drives that one to left. That's going to get down, and it will. It'll one-hop the wall. 1 run is in. Here comes Rendell, and Matt Holmes is in with a stand-up double. And now the Eagles have an 8-0 advantage here in the 4th.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, what a hit.
That's all you need.
What a hit. And O'Donnell out in left, just, he got to it as quick as he could, but there's nothing he could have done about that. So now Matt Holmes has tagged it to both sides of the field. And I mean, what a difference a game can make against Bowdoin.
So now the Eagles have batted around here. Liam Kelly steps in for his second at bat of the inning. He fouls that one out of play.
Maybe it's the home crowd.
Of all 17 people.
Hey, they showed up.
Shout out to the people that did show up here on a Tuesday night.
Saw someone here sitting here an hour before the game started in the cold.
That's dedication.
It is.
The 0-1. That one's low.
Big night for New England sports.
On paper, it was.
I mean, yeah. 2 of them are losing.
Red Sox are losing 3-0 to the Balloons. The Celtics are losing. Bruins are at least still tied at 0.
That probably won't last long.
Yeah.
Not in a good way.
Not in a good way. Soon as that first line gets back into the game for Buffalo, it's over.
Well, the Eagles are up 8-0. That's what matters.
That's what matters. That's because we're here, and you guys spent your time listening to us. The 1-2. That one is lined over the head of the shortstop and a base hit. Matt Holmes is going to get the wave home. Here's the throw from O'Donnell, and it's going to be cut off by Moriarty. And an RBI single for Liam Kelly. And the Eagles lead 9-0.
Yeah, what an inning for the Eagles. Absolute domination here. And we're back to Curtis.
Hunter Curtis for his second at bat of the inning. Second plate appearance of the inning. Walked and scored earlier this frame.
Yeah, I believe the beginning of this 4th inning, there was a little bit of blue in the sky. Now it's completely pitch black.
Hunter Curtis swinging at the first pitch. That's going to be trouble Foley's going to give a good effort to it, and he won't get there. This inning started with a Liam Kelly strikeout, and then a walk, a walk, a walk, a walk, a single, a strikeout, a single, and a double, and a single. That's how we've gotten here. The 0-1. Grounder up the line, foul. And Braden Hurley, in his collegiate debut, that one's high and away.
I mean, it's just tough to be put in a position like that, bases loaded, and you're going into an open count already. That just spells recipe for disaster.
That one in for strike 3, but not before the Eagles score 7. They lead 9-0. We head to the 5th here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network for the top half of the 5th inning, Jack Carlonis in to pitch for the Eagles with a 9-0 advantage to Finn Cahill.
Avery Lawrence pitched very well.
Cahill, nice diving play there by Rendell. He's going to flip to first. Not in time.
That was a bang close play, but I think he was safe.
Coach Sugar.
I mean, if it's a tie, it goes to the runner. He looked safe to me. That's just my angle of it, but what a fantastic dive there at first base to stop it from going in the outfield.
I think that, I don't know. He looked out, but, we're up here. Coach Sugar getting an explanation. Doesn't like the explanation. And he's going to walk away. And he's still barking. So it'll be a single.
I like how he gets very emotional even after being up 9-0, as everything matters. You got to love that about Coach Sugar.
Yeah. Got thrown out in the last home series against the Terriers. Will Logue, and knocked down foul by Libby. So count moves to 1-1. Carlonis back on the mound. 5th appearance of the year. 1-2 with a 6.92 ERA. That one in for a strike.
Good pitch there.
Opponent's hitting 186 against the lefty. And that one's in for strike 3. So back-to-back pitches where Will Logue was fooled. And that'll be out number 1 for Liam Foley.
Man, both these games against Bowdoin have been like polar opposites.
That one's outside. That one lined to second. Thrown to first in time. So the single is erased on the force 3 double play. And the Eagles head to the bottom of the 5th. They lead 9-0 here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network in the bottom of the 5th inning. As we close in on the 9 o'clock hour. Henry Logier, Wes Piper, Yates Emerson to hit against the new pitcher, Liam Childs. Logier fouls that first pitch out and foul.
Childs is making his 11th appearance this year. 11 innings pitched, 14 hits allowed, 16 earned runs, 12 walks, 13 strikeouts, 13.09 ERA.
That one's in for a strike. So 0-2 quickly to Wes Piper. Henry Logier.
Did pitch against Husson in the first game. 2 innings, 2 hits, an earned run, a walk, 2 strikeouts, and a hit by pitch.
Logier check swings.
So Husson has a little bit of a gauge to work with here with Childs.
1-2. Now one runs inside. So 2-2 to Henry Logier. And the Bowdoin bullpen will continue to be active down in the right field line. That one runs outside. 3-2 the count to Henry Logier.
Seen a lot of those counts with Bowdoin pitchers.
And that one high for ball 4. So Logier walks for the second time in as many plate appearances, and that'll bring in Wes Piper. Now there's like 8 guys getting warmed down in that Bowdoin bullpen.
Wow, they're just using everyone.
That one, a little dribbler out on the mound. And the throw to first is in time.
I'm not sure how you call that one out, but the other one's safe from last inning.
It is a productive out, though. Yates Emerson will step in to try and drive in run number 10.
I mean, Childs kind of took his time to throw that to first. He kind of picked it up, didn't hesitate, just kind of took his time, Really confused why he didn't just chuck it right away. Made the play closer than it had to be.
That one almost hits Yates Emerson. And the 1-0 from to Emerson is in for a strike. 1-1 from Childs. Is inside. 2-1. Emerson into the box. Walked in his last plate appearance. The pitch. Out one. It's going to land foul and into the seats. So Childs working the 2-2. Check swing did not go. So 3-2 the count. And that one's low for ball 4, so another walk drawn by the Eagles. That's going to bring in the top of the order.
Yeah, Eagles just seeing the ball really well. Not a lot the Eagles have been doing wrong today. Even pitching, they've been very good.
That one runs inside. Marshall scored one of the 7 runs in the 4th. Pitch in for a strike. That one low. Two and one, the count. Fouled off. So 2-2.
And the Eagles have had some really good at-bats. I know I keep saying that, but very promising to see that against a team like Bowdoin.
I mean, you're just saying the truth. You can say the truth as much as you want, my friend. That one, grounded to short. Flipped to second for one, on to first, not in time. So Marshall will reach on a fielder's choice. Logier moves up to third. And Emerson is erased via the 6-4 putout. So that's going to bring in Preston Libby. Throw over to first, not in time. So 1-0 the count here with 2 outs, runners on the corners.
Really good pitch there.
So 1-1 the count. Child sets at the belt. That one runs inside.
Ooh, that was not a great call. That was really outside.
So 2-2 the count. That one runs high. So 3-2. Runners on the move, swing and a miss by Preston Libby. So a scoreless frame for the Polar Bears. And we head to the 6th. Eagles lead 9-0 here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network as we will see a pinch hitter. First pitch is in to it will be Steven Vargo.
Yeah, Bowdoin needs to get something going here. Getting into the back half of this game. Down 9, you need something quick. Even if it's a couple. Just get on the board.
Vargo down in the count, 0-2. Carlonis outside.
Yeah, Carlonis and Lawrence have really been kind of the back end of this Eagles game today. I know they put up 9 runs, but it's hard to overlook the pitching when it's been this good.
The 1-2 from Carlonis. He swung on and missed for strike 3. So another strikeout for Carlonis. And that's going to bring in potentially a new hitter. It will be. It will be Lucas Chai.
Has played 24 games for the Polar Bears. Has 16 hits, 3 doubles, 1 home run, 5 RBIs.
And Chai is going to knock a base hit into left field. So hits the first pitch he sees for a single. And that'll bring in Wim Nook as the pinch hitter.
Bowdoin just unloading their bench now.
Carlonis, first pitch, hits Nook. So Connor Moriarty will actually hit here after multiple pinch hitters in a row. Runners are on first and second with 1 out here in the top half of the 6th.
Eagles need to stay sharp here. Don't make any mistakes.
Carlonis missed. And the 1-0 is in for a strike. Carlonis sets and fires. That one misses. 2-1. Carlonis setting at about 2-1. The pitch is low.
That looked good from up here.
A lot of these pitches as a bat looked good. The 3-1 is low for ball 4. So 3 straight base runners after the strikeout. And that's going to bring in Cal Thompson to pinch hit. Double play gets the Eagles out of it.
This has been the biggest pickle they've been in all game.
That one's outside for ball 1. Corners are playing in. Now one runs inside, 2-0.
Eagles might need a pitching change here. Carlona's getting...
That one's going to sneak up through the middle for a base hit. One run will score. Here comes the second. So Bowdoin finally gets on the board here in the 6th. They're down 9-2 after the 2 RBI single from Cal Thompson. Robbie Perlman. Will pinch hit here for the Polar Bears. First pitch in for a strike. That one's in the dirt. Throw back to first. In time. So Kelly gets the runner back at first. And now they're 2 down as Moriarty moves up to third.
Yeah, big second out here after Carlonas has been struggling here in the 6th. Catch a break there with that one.
And Carlonas now up in the count, 1-2. Just misses.
Yeah, tried framing it.
That was a strike last inning. 2-2. Here's a pitch from Carlonas. Fouled off.
Barely got a piece of it. Good job to stay alive, though.
Count stays 2-2 with 2 outs. Outside.
You do not want to walk him here. Just keep the inning going.
The 3-2. Outside, ball 4. So now runners are on the corners. We'll have a meeting at the mound. We will have a new hitter. It'll be Ryan Gillette. So Gillette now with 2 runners on. Trying to get Bowdoin back into this one. Down 9-2. Pitch from Carlonas. Swung on and missed.
Very good pitch.
Batter number 7 of the frame for the Polar Bears.
Feels like it's bench player number 7, too. They're just kind of unloading their bench here. But they're getting the job done.
6 pinch hitters in the inning. 1-1 with 2 outs. That one catches the zone for a strike. So Carlonas now ahead in the count, 1-2.
Need a big pitch here.
And that one swung on and missed. So Carlonas gets out of the frame. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Eagles lead 9-2 here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Cameron Dell swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. That's going to land back into the field of play. Nice hands over there by Connor Abood. Rendell, Holmes, and Kelly due up here for the Eagles. So 1-1 the count. Rendell, big cut on and swung on in the center. In and out of the glove of the center fielder. That was Cal Thompson out there.
Just a tough play. It looked like a routine fly, but tougher than it looks sometimes.
Matt Holmes stepping into the box. And almost wears that one. Has to lean out of the way. And the 1-0 is low. 2-0 to Matt Holmes. 2 for 3 with a double and a triple and 2 runs scored. And a couple RBIs to his day. 2-0. Cut on and miss. Liam Childs back on the mound. 2-1. Swung on and fouled up the line. Two and two. And the pitch to Holmes is low, so now the count moves to 3-2.
That was one of those that you kind of like on the edge. I don't know. I mean, a good take.
3-2, 2 outs. Rendell on first. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. So Matt Holmes goes down swinging for his second strikeout of the day. And that'll bring in Liam Kelly to the box. Rude Gately in the Bowdoin bullpen. And Max Hopkins in the Eagles bullpen. Kelly takes the first pitch high for ball one. The 1-0 is in for a strike. One is in for a strike.
He's been dealing a lot of these pitches on the border. It seems like I'm giving it to him maybe half the time.
1-2, Childs. Misses.
Looked like the same pitch. I mean, it's hard to find consistencies with umps.
So 2-2. Liam Kelly in the box. The pitch. Swung on. That's going to stay fair. Rendell rounding second. He's going to get to third. He's getting the wave home. Ball down into the bullpen. And Liam Kelly in with a stand-up triple. And the Eagles have a 10-2 lead. In steps Hunter Curtis. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored here in this one. Infield playing in, down 8. Trying to hold off of a mercy rule opportunity. That one's in for a strike. Big cut on and miss from Hunter Curtis. Curtis fouls that one off. So the count stays 0-2. That one, 1-2. Child's walking around the mound thinking he had strike 3. 1-2. Fouled off. One and two, one out. Infield in. That one's going to sneak by. Kelly's going to try and test it and get to the plate with a foot first slide. He's in there. So Liam Kelly scores on the wild pitch. And the Eagles now lead 11-2. They have their 9-run advantage again.
Yeah, get it right back. See if they can add on more here.
And Hunter Curtis takes strike 3. It's going to bring in Henry Logier. The 0-1 is low, 1-1. That one's in for a strike, 1-2. 1-2, 2 outs here. 11-2. Eagles lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Logier grounder to second, scooped up and fired on the first. 4 out number 3. We head to the 7th. Eagles lead 11-2 here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. We are in the top of the 7th. Matt Orlando steps into pinch hit. First pitch from Max Hopkins is inside for ball 1. Orlando 2 for 11 on the year and 6 games played. Freshman from Harpswell, Maine, the 1-0. Hopkins fires in a strike. 1-1.
Reminder, if we do have a clean top of the 7th here and the Eagles score, will be 10 runs. So 10 after 7 means we wrap up early.
Orlando fouls that one off. 1-2. So we close in 9:30 here in Bangor. Jake Willett, Gabe Shaw here with you. Here in the booth. The 1-2 from Hopkins. Ground ball to short. Scooped up by Emerson. Fired over to Hanlon. In for out number 1. That'll bring in Liam Foley. The only member left. Well, excuse me. One of 2 members left in the original starting lineup for the Polar Bears. First pitch is low for ball 1. That one misses as well. 2-0. Foley 0 for 3 on the day. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. The 2-0. Grounder. Emerson's going to have a tough play, and that's going to sneak under his glove.
Yeah, tough play there. Emerson made a good play before. This one just couldn't get it in the glove. I think it would have been a tough play anyway had he fielded it.
It'll be an error on Emerson. Steven Vargo will step in. He's 0 for 1 with a K. First pitch from Hopkins is fouled off and out of play. The 0-1 from Hopkins is soon to be delivered. The 0-1 will run in and hit Vargo. So now runners on first and second here with 1 out for Lucas Chai. First pitch to the switch hitter, Lucas Chai, is in for a strike. And the 0-1 coming from Hopkins. Swung on, fouled off, 0-2. The 0-2, 2 runners on. Hopkins steps off. First disengagement of the frame. The 0-2 from Hopkins. Just misses.
We've seen some calls like that being called. As we've mentioned multiple times, it's kind of hard for an ump to be consistent and understandable.
The 1-2 coming from Hopkins. Winds and fires. Same spot, same result. So 2-2 now. Two and two, one out. Foley on second, Vargo on first. Hopkins sets at the belt. Kicks and fires. Swung on, hit in the air to left. Logier coming underneath of it and makes the play with two hands for out number 2.
Nice catch. I know it's a routine play, but again, it is cold out there, so that ball could have been caught hard in the glove. I did like that he used two hands with it too.
So that'll step in. Wim Nook was hit by a pitch in the sixth. First pitch of the at bat from Hopkins. It's low for ball 1. Long set from Hopkins. The 1-0 is low. 2-0. Moriarty stands on deck. Right now, if you're the Eagles, you'd like Hopkins to get out of this one here unscathed. That one's low, 3-0.
You don't want to walk the bases loaded here. Don't give them any hope that they can do anything. I know they're down 9, but I've seen crazier things happen.
That one in for strike 1. Nook was starting his way to first. Three one coming from Hopkins. Swung on and missed. So 3-2, the runners will be on the move.
What a way for him to battle back here after starting with the count 3-0.
And the 3-2 from Hopkins. Fouled off. Three-two will be on the way again from Hopkins to Nook. The 3-2. Fouled off. We'll do it again. 3-2. Popped up in the air, playable. Play is there, made by Liam Kelly. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Eagles need 1. And we will be back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Wes Piper, Yates Emerson, Colin Marshall to face the new righty Rudy Gately. As Piper, nice scoop over there by Nook. And he makes a nice toss over to first for out number 1. It's going to bring in Yates Emerson 0 for 1 with 2 walks.
So while he has kind of cooled down, he's still getting on base with his walks.
First pitch is outside for ball 1. Emerson takes strike 2. Excuse me, strike 1. Andrew Cody on the on-deck circle for the Eagles to pinch hit for Colin Marshall. Emerson's down in the count 0-2. 1-2. Gately fires an over-the-top breaking ball. Inside 2-2. Yeah, that one's fouled off up the line. So count stays 2-2 to Yates Emerson. Seventh pitcher of the day for the Polar Bears. As there's another guy out in the bullpen. Emerson swings and misses. Throw down to first. It's going to hit Emerson, and he will reach. So Andrew Cody steps in, and Jack Cody is currently standing in the on-deck circle.
See if they can get that run home.
Andrew Cody takes a strike.
I wonder what Emerson thought when he found that ball.
Yeah, off the back heel.
Can't imagine that didn't hurt either.
That one's in for strike 2. And the 0-2 is in for strike 3. And that'll be out number 2.
That's one of those border pitches that has been iffy.
Jack Cody stepping in. And he takes the ball low. So 1-0 the count. Emerson on first. Cody dribbles that one foul.
Cody only has 1 hit and 15 at-bats this season.
Cody dribbles that one up the line, foul. So count stays 1-2. Pitch from Gately is high, 2-2. Two in the dirt. So count moves to 3-2. Emerson will be on the move.
Emerson does not have any stolen bases this season.
And in there for strike 3.
That looked a little high to me, but we will go to another inning.
We head to the top of the 8th. Eagles lead 11-2 here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network for the 8th inning. Connor Moriarty is stepping into the box for the Polar Bears against Max Hopkins, and he takes the first pitch low for ball one. And that one's also low, 2-0. So 2-0 the count to Moriarty from Hopkins. That one runs inside, and the home plate umpire says it hit him. So a base runner on for Cal Thompson.
Moriarty does steal a lot. Long wait here.
Yeah, I mean, Thompson had to tie his shoe, and he gets hit. Kelly's going to make a mound visit. So back-to-back hit batters to start the frame. And Robbie Perlman steps into the box. As we are having a wardrobe change.
Trying to make this game drag out.
Because believe it or not, still waiting here for the at-bat to Robbie Perlman to start here. Perlman walked in his only at-bat of the day, plate appearance of the day. First pitch from Hopkins runs inside.
Looks like he's trying to hit the bases loaded.
That would not be a smart decision. And the 1-0 is outside. 2-0.
Absolutely no sense of control here. In a zone that's a strike zone that's really kind of open.
That one sneaks behind Kelly, so both runners move up 90 feet.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Sugar, this is his last batter. He has not been what Husson has needed here in a game where you're up 9, but like I said earlier, any signs of life for a team could just be the spark. Now it's no outs here still too.
And Hopkins fires in a strike. There is no action in the Eagle bullpen. Ryan Gillette will step up to the plate now as Perlman takes it, ball 4.
Yeah, that was the last batter. This is a good decision. I don't know what happened here.
Michael Scowron will enter. We will take a break, and we'll see you in a bit. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, Michael Scowron is on to try and get out of this frame for the Eagles. All three base runners are courtesy of Max Hopkins. Scowron's first pitch is in for a strike.
Very big spot here. A lot of weight on his shoulders right now.
That one fouled off the plate.
Like again, I know you're up 9, but you just don't want to give up any runs here.
So 0-2. Scowron to Gillette. In the dirt. So 1-2 now. One, two. In there for strike 3. And that is out number 1.
Big strikeout there. Get that first out. Set the tone for your first batter here.
Now we're going to get to the top of the Bowdoin order with Matt Orlando, who grounded out to short in his first plate appearance.
Top of an order that has really been changed.
Only 2 guys in the Polar Bear order that remain from the beginning of the contest. First pitch is low for ball 1 to Orlando. Moriarty on third, Thompson on second, and Perlman on first. The 1-0 from Scowron is in for a strike. One and one. Big cut on and miss from Orlando. So now 1 and 2.
Throw him a big breaking ball on the outside corner.
1-2 from Scowron. Good stop by Kelly to keep a run from scoring.
Yeah, not a fastball in the dirt.
And the 2-2 from Scowron. Swung on and missed.
Wow. 2 big strikeouts in a row from Scowron in this spot. One more out to go, but what a relief appearance so far here.
Liam Foley. That one's in for a strike. And Scowron up in the count 0-2.
1 strike away from getting out of this bases loaded jam. What an appearance by Scowron. Don't want to jinx anything here, but
The 0-2.
close pitch. But I like the call there. Good call.
The 1-2. Popped up. Andrew Cody underneath of it makes the play. Take a bow. Michael Scowron gets out of a bases loaded jam. We stay 11-2. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Eagles lead 11-2. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, we are still 11-2. Thank you to Michael Scowron for getting out of a bases loaded jam.
Yeah, wasn't a relief appearance for him. Sorry to interrupt you, Jake.
No,
But
you're totally good, my friend.
just very good spot. I hate to sound like a retread right now, but it's a 9-run game, and he still comes in here, big spot, bases loaded, no outs.
John Hanlon with his first at bat of the night after coming in for Cameron Dell.
I know, kind of not relevant right now, but over here in this Bruins game, there's like a full-out brawl going on.
Every whistle. Devine gets ahead in the count 1-2. Devine replacing Rudy Gately, the 8th Bowdoin pitcher to pitch here. And Hanlon works back into the count 2-2. Yeah, Morgan Geeky is currently standing in the penalty box because there's no room to sit down.
Both boxes are completely full. This is kind of funny without no audio.
John Hanlon swings and misses at that one for out number 1. That'll bring in Joe Hamlin for his first at bat of the day. And Hamlin now 1-0 in the count.
So looking at the road ahead for Husson, we've got a doubleheader this weekend against Maine Farmington here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network.
Hamlin grounding one to short. That's going to bounce off the glove of Moriarty. And Hamlin will reach on an error.
So rather, not one doubleheader, but two doubleheaders, the 25th and 26th. I believe I will be on call for two of those games on Saturday with Phillip. Then following this weekend's 4 games will be a showdown with Bates on the 28th.
And there's a couple extra games down there. I know they play Presque Isle on the road to end the regular season.
Some big conference games.
Liam Kelly takes ball 1 and he follows the next one. That one outside 2-1 to Liam Kelly. If it gets there, Mateo Sertstra stands on deck.
So for the road ahead for Bowdoin, on the 24th, we'll go to Colby. That'll be right after Husson. So I apologize. I did forget to mention Husson's next game will be at Colby. My mistake. Then Bowdoin will go there just 2 days after. Then Colby will come to town.
That one's popped up and caught behind in foul territory. So that will be out number 2. And that'll bring in Mateo Sertstra.
Then after Colby comes to Bowdoin for a doubleheader. Bowdoin will then head to Orono for a big division, whatever you want to call it, game, non-division game against Maine on the 28th.
Zerstra fouls off the first pitch.
Husson did beat Maine last year. One of the big upsets.
Black Bears took down number 22 Boston College down in Chestnut Hill today. 6-4 final. Zerstra misses on that one.
That's a big win.
Oh, 2 to Zerstra. That one's outside. 1-2. One, two. In there for strike 3. So we will head to the 9th. Eagles just need 3 more outs. They lead 11-2 here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, Jake Willett, Gabe Shaw here with you. It is 10-11 here on the East Coast. Michael Scouron to pitch the 9th. That one is outside for ball 1 to Stephen Vargo. Mason Shicinus-Heimer warming up in the Eagle bullpen. Big cut and a miss from Vargo. One. Big cut on and miss. It's 1-2. It's a righty and a lefty down there. 1-2 from Scouron. Grounder. Diving and in and out of the glove of Jack Cody. So Vargo reaches on a single.
Bowdoin has some life here.
As Lucas Chai will step into the box. Chai fouls that one off. Yeah, double barrel action. A lefty and a righty. The 0-1 in dirt. So 1-1. And the 1-1. That's going to hit Chai. Lots of traffic on the base pass for Bowdoin in the late innings. In steps Wim Nook. For his third plate appearance. That one outside.
It all starts with that play at third. That couldn't have been made.
That one fouled off over our heads and out of play. Count moves to 1-1.
Shout out to all the fans that are still here. 10 o'clock.
3 hours and 15 minutes. 3 hours and 10 minutes, I should say, for the game. Game time here, 9th inning. Eagles lead 11-2. Scouron fires in a strike, so he's ahead in the count 1-2 now. Connor Moriarty is on deck. And the 1-2. Alon's headed towards the bullpen. Casey Colby on the run, and he can't make the play.
Really, really good attempt at it. He was sprinting towards it.
So Nook down in the count 1-2. Nook fouls that one off. Stays 1-2.
The Eagles had some excellent pitching early on in the game. Avery Lawrence and Jack Carlonis. Even Scoron in the 8th. A little bit of struggles here in the 9th, though.
1-2 from Scouron. Swung on, grounded to first. Hanlon's going to take it himself. But both runners move up 90 feet here with one out. And that'll step in Connor Moriarty. First pitch to Moriarty. Swung on and missed. And the 0-1 from Scouron. Swung on and missed.
Really good pitch down and away. Get him to chase. Would be a really big spot here by Scoron.
The 0-2. Swung on, hit to right. And there to make the play is Hamlin. And that'll bring a run across. So now 11-3 the lead for the Eagles. 2 outs here for Cal Thompson. Ball grounder. Cody can't get there. And runners will stay at first and third. And that'll bring in Robbie Perlman. First pitch is in for a strike.
It's just a weak bouncer by third. Tough play to make. Just got right through the perfect hole.
A 1 from Scouron. Grounder to short. This should do it. Emerson flips to second. And he's safe. So
Yeah,
another run will score.
Yeah, that was not the play there. Go first. That was the correct call. He was safe. I don't know why Emerson went two. I guess go the easy way, but yeah, no, he was absolutely safe. That was not a bad call. Not sure why Emerson didn't go one.
Emerson to second. That'll do it. Eagles win 11-4. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It may change your life. We'll see you later.